point that fan at me, and I'll be good to go. Wasn't playing songs for long when came in candidly, but the prettiest young thing I ever saw. And she was hot, well, nothing short of masterpiece. Said, oh, I need to know, yeah, is that your man? Yeah, 'cause if it isn't, yeah, I'ma play my very best for you tonight. And she said,
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Bitter rivals going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. The Chiefs at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing now is Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards. Pacheco will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown.
Well, we saw right there, good running down near the goal line because that was a really good drive. They were able to possess the ball, have some real success moving it downfield, and then clearly the most important thing, finishing things off with the ball in the end zone.
Extra point just does sneak over the bar. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. They'll get this out to Genty. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Geno now to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now Geno. He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Smith throwing again. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy, or do you challenge him?
Amari Darnold able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They snap it to Smith. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season they could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that it'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mahomes now to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going, runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Now Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Isaiah Pacheco. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the 1st and goal.
Jeanty will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Chiefs 13, Raiders 8.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, you're almost in field goal position.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Mahomes going to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, Now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
It's a gain of 10. And the Las Vegas.
Now Smith. Flushed out right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
The kick is good.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And
That's a fucking dot, nigga. That's a dot.
The unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Bruh, I don't want to hear that. You started off 13-0.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays.
That was crazy. He actually got her.
Everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Now here's Mahomes. Got a man and he hits him in stride.
That is loose down the left sideline.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are once again back in front. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 5. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open game on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss.
The ball comes out. And the ball ends up out of bounds. So it'll be a loss on the play.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Smith. Rolling to his right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. Oh, a Cardinal sin there. Thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. And he exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's got his man on the out route. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
4 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Completion was given up, and that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd and 7. Back to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. He's going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They thought he could win every down.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. If you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes down inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco on his way to a historic.
I'm going to let you know. Next half, you're not throwing that same route no more. I'm letting you know.
Extra point by Butker is on target and gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Can't bring him down. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now a 2nd and 6. From the 50, it's Smith. Throw outside is complete on the diving effort. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Smith. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down.
To the air again, Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
He'll drop this underneath for Genty. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
And the Las Vegas first
Smith now to throw.
Completes this one to Thornton.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A 6-yard pickup.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Raiders.
Again, Smith. Over the middle, complete. That's Thornton. So 8 yards on the completion there. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll try to punch it in with Genty.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Ashton Genty, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score.
Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Still just a two-score game in the third quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Throwing now is Mahomes. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be second down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly. Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sent back at the 38.
A loss of 10 yards. Brings up fourth down.
Mahomes going to go on fourth down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on fourth down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Escapes the defender. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half two.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs.
Ashton Jeanty, his third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Raiders have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2.
The Raiders will line up.
They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, it may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
And we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
It's over, bro. It's over, bro. It's over, bro.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique.
And he is in for a touchdown. Raiders. Brock Bowers, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Raiders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Carson. Wilson up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
That's to his running back, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Smith. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The 3rd quarter action from Kansas City. 2nd down and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bowers. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Geno now to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
He'll definitely say that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Out of the gun, Smith. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Back to throw, Smith. Touchdown, Raiders! Brock Bowers with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Raiders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues. Here's a diving catch right side. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
I told you wasn't going to get that little short-ass route no more, bro. I told you. You did that shit the whole first half. Now you got shit else.
Send this one away.
Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. You got a 93 speed running back. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I got a 90 speed running back.
KC
You ain't got no routes, gang.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Make a read, man. All I gotta say is make a read, gang. You got Patty Mahomes looking shitty.
Will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Shut up, bro.
Now it's 2nd and 10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes.
That was pick. That was a pick regardless.
No surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Now Mahomes. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
As soon as he leaped out and began his route, someone on the defensive side blocked with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick out the first.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. There's a short look caught by Johnson. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down at the 40-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. And the Raiders have got him. That winds up pushing it back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it up. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Throwing now is Gino. This one caught right on the 6. And the Raiders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Normally, you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat-trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Pressure comes and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Mahomes going to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try to throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Now here's Mahomes. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one is over long.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop it.
The downside for the defense is that they're dealing with a team that's in their red zone, but the upside, not much room to work with for the offense. Fewer windows in the zone for them to throw into. Tough for a quarterback to get a throw off before the pressure ends up getting to him.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Smith. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That's caught right side by Worthy. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throw caught by Hyatt on the slant. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Smith going to throw it. Touchdown! Brock Bowers, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2.
The Raiders
They'll try and run it here. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the 2-point conversion.
Oh, dog. I thought